me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my...
Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant. Watch QB drop.
They'll run for the first time with Philip Lindsay. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
59. Watch the screen. Pass. Ready.
On second down now. It's Lindsay, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Tackles.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Clock going to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 59 line.
30 base. 59. All day. Hit it.
From midfield, here's Locke. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run with Lindsay, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsay. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 10 Lobo. And let's pick. Delta. Now.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Let's go. Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready? 90 Wolf. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Uzomah. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd and 11. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Ready, set. Check, 59. I don't think you got it, son. Check, go.
On third down, here's Lindsey. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Hey, exit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down carry for Smith. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Parker, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Clock now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ito Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch time. Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 5. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rock now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Rock now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check tight. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. You're trapped.
On the run, it's Mixon. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go, Heavy. Hey, dude. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Hey, check, Mike, 47. Ready?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
At the Bengals' 36-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. I got one. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
35 to Mike. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run with Mixon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here? Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Let's bring it. Check 26, check 26. They go.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Topper!
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
59 Go!
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Locke to throw for it on 4th. This is the tight end Fant. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
At the 46-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Got it. Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. We got 4. We got 4. Mike 35. Mike 35. Yeah.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Back to throw here. To Mixon on the check down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lock to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Cincinnati.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Go. Go. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their